Protect your home from home. Simple Caravan Insurance, sponsors of the Caravan Channel.
I'm Ian Geddes from the Camping and Caravanning Club technical team. I'm the senior technical advisor there. Today we're going to be looking at a caravan and some simple checks you must make before you head off. And we have the business end here, the hitch and the hitch assembly. We'll start with the electrical connection. This is an important device. It obviously controls the lights as well as some internal systems. You want to look at the condition of it, look at the condition of the pins and overall condition, and make sure it's all good and tidy. And importantly, look at the cable, look very closely at the cable. It may well have dragged on the road at some point you didn't notice in the past, and you want to make sure there's no exposed wires. This one's in good condition and is fit to go. We also have the handbrake. This needs to be in good order. It should be holding the caravan well and securely. And the breakaway cable, you want this. This is a very important part, there's a legal requirement. This particular type is not a carabiner type and must be looped back on itself, thus, and however it's secured in that manner. Again, you want to look at the condition of it, and you need to look underneath and make sure it's securely attached to its mounting point. In the event of a decoupling, in the unlikely event of a decoupling, it will actuate the handbrake and then fail, and that's how it's supposed to operate. The hitch itself is maintenance free. Largely this is a dry hitch and does not need any greasing. This will actually, when you engage it, the ball will pop up that and indicate that you've got a good hitch. The tyres are a fundamental part of your caravan. They're the only contact with the road you have. Although they don't provide grip for cornering in the way a car tyre will, they still have to support the trailer and be safe and secure. This is a new tyre, so it's got plenty of life left in it, but reading the date down there, I can see it was manufactured. It's 3610, that means it was manufactured on week 36, 2010. We recommend after 5 years of use, they should be replaced. Even if there's plenty of tread depth, it's actually degradation rather than wear is the problem. The sunlight will damage the rubber over time, and also the peculiarity effect of sitting in this one place. For the caravans may move frequently if you're a very, very regular caravaner, but if you leave them for long periods of time, their flat spots can form, affecting their performance and their durability. And although they will be visually inspected at your annual service, you must check them every time you go on a major trip. And also check the pressures very regularly before every trip. Very easily done. Simple digital tyre pressure gauge here. And it's 40 psi on this one. Needs a little bit of air in it. Well, I'll hand you over to my colleague Candy Evans, and she'll take you through some of the things you can do to the interior and other equipment to make your stay when you go away more pleasant. Candy.
Okay, let's start with the freshwater system. We've got a classic aqua roll here, which can acquire some rather unpleasant mold growths inside it if you've left it over the winter. What you want to put inside there is something that you could put in to clean a baby's bottle, something sterilising fluid. You can get some from a chemist like Boots. The classic is Milton. This, your grey water container. Best idea with this is to clean it really thoroughly before you put it away for the winter. But if you haven't done so, or if when you open it you find it's still a little bit unpleasant, then something like this Fendox concentrate is a brilliant product that will clean out anything from inside that. If you've got a real problem with your freshwater system, you can use this, but if you do, you've got to make sure that you get rid of every single drop of it before you fill it with fresh water. So I've got a selection of other products here which are great things for making sure the outside of your caravan's clean. Something like a Bobby Dazzler will give a good finish onto it so that it's much easier to clean the next time you come to it and keep your caravan in good condition. When you are looking at products like this, make sure they are designed for caravans, because often your car cleaners are designed for very different finishes from caravans. And one very important point, which is quite easy to overlook, is to check the dates on anything that you leave in the caravan. The thing I've got here, which is very important, is a fire extinguisher. Date on this one is the end of 2013, so we're fine for a bit. But the other thing to look at is if you keep a first aid kit in your caravan, or for that matter in your car, it's worth checking the contents of that to make sure that it's still in date. Well, if you're anything like me, then that gap between October and March, when the caravan's in storage, it's very easy to forget some of the critical things about hitching up and getting ready to go. So I have a laminated list which I've been using since 2001, and it's been out in an awful lot of rain and weather, but it's an excellent way of checking that I've done everything before I leave. It starts off with closing internal doors and ends up with checking caravan door is locked, and goes through everything that I need in hitching up.
Useful tips from experienced caravanners Candy and Ian, which go to show that it always pays to spend some time in your caravan before you set off after the long winter break. The key points again. 1. Check for wear and tear on your hitch and hitch assembly and satisfy yourself that everything is in perfect working order. 2. Have a good look at your tyres, not only the pressures and the tread depth, but the overall condition of the tyre as well. 3. Clean out those water tanks. Treat the freshwater tank using baby bottle sterilising fluid, but you'll need something stronger for the grey water tank. 4. Check those dates and make sure that all first aid equipment in your caravan is ready to use if you should need it. And finally, 5. Why not make your own checklist so that nothing gets forgotten?